What's going on, guys? Fancy here and welcome to a brand new video, and welcome to a FIFA Generations video today. And what we're looking at in particular is going to be a World Cup squad. So obviously the World Cup has come up now in just a few weeks time in Russia in 2018, and Gareth Southgate today, a couple of hours ago, announced his 23-man England squad. And pretty much every single team so far has revealed their squad, a 23-man team, one which will take a few players out, and England today again have done that. So what we're doing, I went out and bought the FIFA 86 World Cup game, FIFA 10 and FIFA 14, and we'll go through a current one on FIFA 18. I was even trying to get the 2002 World Cup game on PS2, but I can't really find it in many places. If I do manage to find it, obviously I'll feature it in a later on episode, but today we'll start off with England. I think the next one will be Brazil. So very quickly, just before we get started, if you enjoy the video and enjoy the concept, make sure to show your support by leaving a like rating. It'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed last night's video, it will down below in the description box and the comment section below. What other nations should I do? Right, let's start with the 2006 World Cup then in Germany 12 years ago now. And this is the thing, is the very first game ever released on Xbox 360. This is the road to the World Cup 2006, unfortunately. I did order the 2006 game, but for some reason they sent this one. I will try and sort out for the actual next video basically. But look how outdated it is. It's pretty nostalgic to see Michael in there, Wayne Rooney. And this is like the kickoff arena. Now, some players may be missing from this team, by the way, from the official 2006 World Cup squad. I'll try and mention every single one that's missing, because also I'm trying to change it, but the servers are down for the FIFA 86 game, which does make sense. Let's go through the players currently on this game. So I think right here, yeah, here's the starting 11. It's even got the subs and reserves. And this starting 11, by the way, is the exact correct one based on minutes played at the 2006 World Cup. The formation might be 100% correct, but I tried doing my best. So in goal, we have got Paul Robinson, formerly of Tottenham and also Blackburn Rovers, and probably a couple other clubs on top of that. But he was 88 rated back on FIFA 86, which is pretty impressive. And I think the only way to see in-game stats, by the way, is using the right analog stick. So yeah, that's quite awkward, but I'll try and go through it in just a moment. But left back, we have got Ashley Cole, I think playing for Arsenal at the time now, may have just transferred to Chelsea. He was 86 rated, so a pretty cool player there. We've got Rio Ferdinand, who missed the 2010 World Cup, I think as captain due to injury, but is in the FIFA 86 one, 89 rated for him, and now an icon on FIFA 18. We've got John Terry, 90 rated for him. How much pace did he have? Where is the pace stat? Pace is gonna be there. He had 77 pace. Ferdinand had 89. The right back is going to be Gary Neville, a great punter now, to be fair to him. I wasn't a massive fan of being a United player back in the day, obviously the rivalry and stuff, but as a pundit now, a great commentator, and I think a pundit for the World Cup for ITV. Then we got to the midfield, we got Joe Cole, playing for Chelsea at the time. He was 80 rated, and I imagine pretty quick. We've got Steven Gerrard in centre mid alongside Frank Lampard, 85 and 89 rated respectively, and the right midfielder is a legend, being David Beckham. And the two strikers are going to be Wayne Rooney, the wonder kid back then, and Michael Owen. And the thing I'm looking at this, by the way, Wayne Rooney and Owen were the main strikers, but Peter Crouch isn't on this game for some reason, and he apparently played more minutes than both of them. He played 321 minutes at the tournament, Rooney played 254, and Michael Owen just 118. So technically Peter Crouch should be in the starting 11, but for some reason not in the game. Again, it's just the road to World Cup. Hopefully that'll be fixed for the next video. Now we've got onto the bench. First I got Wayne Bridge, he was 80 rated. Sean Wright Phillips, 86 rated there. We've got 81 Hargreaves, again a pundit now, a commentator for BT Sport. We've got Kieran Dyer, 83 rated for him. I remember his fight on the pitch with Lee Bowyer for Newcastle United. We've got Phil Neville, Gary Neville's brother, 79 rated for him. And he is now the manager for the England's women's team, now in real life. Then we've got Alan Smith, I think playing for Manchester United now at the time, 77 rated for him. We've got Darius Vassell, 82. Chris Kirkland, 78, a former Liverpool goalkeeper. Sol Campbell, 90 rated for him. And is he an icon this year on the FIFA 18? I can't remember. He was definitely on FIFA 17 though. Then we've got David James, 85 rated. Jermaine Genius, again a pundit now for BBC. We've got Jermaine Defoe, 85 rated. Jonathan Woodgate, that's probably just after his move to Real Madrid, which went horrendously for him. In fact, one of the worst debuts of all time. We have got Lenley King, 83 rated. Jamie Carragher, 81. And yeah, that's the last one. And a very quick look at in-game stats. So we've got the strength stats. We've got Lenley King with 91 strength, 97 strength from Sol Campbell. The start 11 have got 83 for Wayne Rooney, 93 for Lampard, 92 for Ferdinand, And I want to go to pace, which should be, is it here? That's passing pace, okay. So, yeah, Ferdinand was an absolute animal. Gerrard 84, Rooney 91, 93 for Owen. We've got 94 for Shaun Wright-Phillips, 89 for Hargreaves there, which is quite surprising. Who else is there to look through? So, Campbell had insane pace and insane strength, so absolute beast. Jermaine Defoe, 93 pace, and Ledley King, 89. And now we advance 4 more years, this time to the 2010 South African World Cup. And this World Cup in particular, by the way, had 2 of the best World Cup songs of all time. It had Waka Waka by Shakira and Waving Flag, but I think his name was Kanan. But let's jump into the squad itself then. So 4-4-2 formation. Honestly not too sure what the stars do mean, but either way, again, a 4-4-2. In goal though, we've got David James at 79 rated. He didn't actually start the first game of this World Cup. It was in fact Rob Green. He made that massive error against USA and it's pretty much dropped for the rest of the tournament. So David James was number 1 there. We've got Glenn Johnson then playing for, I believe, just transferred to Liverpool, in fact, from Portsmouth for quite a big fee. He was 80 rated. John Terry, 85. We've got an 80 Matthew Upson, who scored against Germany at one point, although we did go out to them. We've got Ashley Cole, James Milner, Frank Lampard, Gareth Barry, Steven Gerrard at left mid. And that's quite an odd one right there, but he was captain for that World Cup in particular. Then we've got Jermaine Defoe and Wayne Rooney as the 2 strikers. And I think if I go all the way back up to David James and press the right analog stick in, yeah, there we go. We've got the faces and we've got in-game stats to look at. But I really want to look at the skill moves and weak foot now. Obviously, David James was 39 back then and a 1-star skill move, 2-star weak foot. 3-star skills, 4-star weak from Glenn Johnson, 2-star, 3-star for Terry. That's pretty expected for a centre back. Then we've got 3-star, 3-star Ashley Cole. Are there any 5-star skills? Yeah, James Milner had 5-star skills. I imagine a couple other England players have got 5-star skills as well, but James Miller's a quite surprising one. 3-star, 4-star for Frank Lampard. Same goes for Gareth Barry. We've got 3-star, 4-star for Gerrard as well. 5-star skills for Jermaine Defoe there, and 3-star weak foot. 5-star skills for Wayne Rooney with 4-star weak foot. Are there any other ones? Surprise ones. Actually, I haven't gone through a bench yet. I should probably do that now. So right down here, we've got Rob Green, Peter Crouch, Joe Cole, Aaron Lennon, Shaun Wright-Phillips, Jamie Carragher, Emil Heskey, and then Rio Ferdinand, I mentioned earlier, who was injured for this tournament. He was going in as captain, but I think it might have been Heskey injured him in training. Either way, though, he was 86 rated. Michael Carrick, 82. Ledley King, 78. Ash Young, 82. Colin Cole. He wasn't actually part of the squad again. They put extra players in there. They didn't really make the cut. Same goes for pretty much all these. So Joe Hart, he did go as a 3rd choice goalkeeper. Darren Bent, Stephen Warnock, Jordan Lescott, Theo Walcott. He made the FIFA 06 one or the 2006 World Cup squad, but again, wasn't in the game as like 16 years old back then. Scott Parker, we got Leighton Baines, Tom Huddleston, Wayne Bridge, Gary Cahill, David Beckham, who was there like on the bench kind of thing, but not cited in the team. We've got Wes Brown and Gabriel Bonglahor. And looking through the 5-star skills, we've got Joe Cole there with 5-star skills as well. Same goes for Aaron Lennon. We've got Shaun Wright-Phillips. I think every single wide player, in fact, or a striker, had 5-star skills apart from Heskey. And now we advance 4 more years, this time to the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. And you can already tell by the game, like the menus and stuff, it looks so much nicer, and you can tell how graphics have improved. Let's look at the England squad this time from 4 years ago. So the team we've got to look at then is going to be a 4-2-3-1 formation, and the goalkeeper was Joe Hart. And it's actually the first game we can see the in-game stats like a FIFA older team version with the pace and stuff. Obviously for goalkeepers doesn't really work out too well, but Joe Hart was 82 rated. Then we've got Glenn Johnson, 77 rated for him, and he had 85 pace back then, which was usable. Nowadays, not very good at all. Then we've got Gary Cahill, 80 rated for him, and at 73 pace. His partner for this World Cup was Phil Jagielka, mainly being 77 rated. Another Everton player at left back this time is going to Leighton Baines. Then we move on to captain for the 2014 World Cup being Steven Gerrard, and I'm pretty certain it was his last ever tournament for England, and let's face it, the tournament itself didn't go too well at all. His partner is Jordan Henderson, also from Liverpool at DM, who didn't actually have a picture for this game for some reason. We've got Raheem Sterling at cam, or right midfield should I say, and he was just 77 rated. How old was he back then? Can you see it? Yeah, 17. He was 17 years old, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves for him. I think it was his 2nd ever appearance in FIFA Ultimate Team. Then we got on to the next stats again, and we've got Danny Welbeck. I think he's a default striker who played left mid in this tournament, 77 rated with 86 pace. At cam, we had Wayne Rooney, 86 rated, and had some good stats to be fair. 83 passing, 87 shooting, 82 heading, and it's 78 pace. And the striker was none other than Daniel Sturridge. Nowadays on FIFA 18 he doesn't really have too much pace about him, but he had 90 pace back then and 83 dribbling and 79 shooting. The bench and reserves, we've got ourselves Ben Foster, Frank Lampard 80 rated then, Ross Barkley playing for Everton back then as well, James Milner 80 rated, Phil Jones, Luke Shaw 74 rated, and there was actually like a surprise call up to that squad. Then we've got Chris Smalling 77 rated, Jack Wilshere 81, Ricky Lambert 76 also included in the 23-man squad. We've got Adam Lallana 78 rated for him, Oxlade-Chamberlain 76 rated, unfortunately missed out on 2018 World Cup with an injury, which is really horrible to see because his form for Liverpool was absolutely fantastic. We've got Fraser Forster 74 rated, Theo Walker 80, Jermaine Defoe 80, Jeremy Lescott 79. I'm pretty sure the rest of them weren't even selected, but still go through them very quickly. A lot to go through. I'm not even sure if Kyle Walker even went to the tournament, but either way, 78 rated for him. Andy Carroll, Scott Parker, and there's so many players in fact. John Joe Shelby, by the way, he should have been on the plane in my opinion to Russia, but unfortunately he was left behind. And the final start for this video is going to be the 2018 World Cup in Russia and the 23-man squad selected by Gareth Southgate today, and it's all official with the final squad, and there are some backup players here and there. I'll try and mention them in this part of the video. And in regards to our host for the World Cup this year, it's a pretty young squad, a very inexperienced squad, but still we've got a lot of young players and hopefully they can do better than previous years. But going on to it now, we look at the squad itself, the 23-man team again. The three goalkeepers we've got are Jack Butland, Jordan Pickford and Nick Pope from Burnley. Three of which are decent goalkeepers. I'd probably start Nick Pope out of all three of them, as had the best season out of all of them. And a notable goalkeeper missing the squad is going to be Joe Hart, previously in the 2010 and the 2014 squad, but unfortunately for him, last like 2 or 3 years, he hasn't been that great. And on the right hand side, actually can see got players missing out. Tom Heaton is one of them, and I think he's a backup goalkeeper if one does get injured. And now we've got the defenders, and the very first one is going to be Kyle Walker, then we've got Gary Cahill, Danny Rose, Kieran Trippier, Phil Jones, John Stones, Ashley Young, Fabian Delph, who is in the defenders category on FIFA because of left back, but in real life was in the midfielders category. Then we have Harry Maguire from Leicester and Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool. And the midfielders England are taking are going to be Fabian Delph again, he's in the wrong category there, Dele Alli, Jordan Henderson, Eric Dyer, Jesse Lingard, Marcus Rashford, who are technically counts as an attacker as well, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And the final players, the attackers, are going to be Harry Kane, the focal point of the England national team up front at striker, potentially even going in as captain. Raheem Sterling from Man City had a great season. I'm actually expecting quite a lot from him. Jamie Vardy, who in my opinion should start alongside Harry Kane or like as part of a front three. And finally Danny Welbeck, who to be fair gets a lot of stick, and I understand why he hasn't been playing too well. But for England over the last like say 4 or 5 years, he's been one of the better players. But does that mean he should be in the team now based on form? I don't think so really, especially there's quite a few good players missing. I'm not really surprised about Adam Lallana missing out because the is a good player, but this season pretty much been injured for the whole thing unfortunately, and just starting to get to some fitness now, although he is one of the backups for the team. The likes of Chris Smalling, Jack Wilshere for me should have been on the plane. Same goes in fact for, I can't go to page 2, but John Joe Shelby. So that is the 23-man squad again selected by Gareth Southgate. Honestly, on paper, it isn't very strong. It's a very inexperienced team, especially if you compare it to like France, Germany. They have got great squads all around, whereas us, we've got a few youngsters in there. Just hopefully they can somewhat overachieve on what we're all expecting. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed the concept, make sure to show your support by leaving a like rating. I'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. And tomorrow is to start transfer videos every single morning. If you missed my previous video, down below in the description box and the comment section below, how do you think England will do this summer at the 2018 World Cup? Let me know down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.